to The Dance of Evolving. If you are new to my channel, you will see that I have a unique variety of videos. They're either nuggets of knowledge that I have come across since I have started my true spiritual journey. And I look forward to continue sharing with you things that I've learned and things that have helped me. And then also we have a series of videos that will help you change your state just by cultivating joy. So for example, right now I am teaching a type of dance, shuffling, and it's to electronic dance music, and it will definitely change your state. It gets a different part of your brain working, and it's just super fun to try. So I've included the first 4 fundamental moves for shuffling, and you'll see the links below. 2 different variations of the running man and the Charleston and the Polly Pocket. And I want to include in one of my next ones how to actually integrate those 4 together when dancing to one of your favorite jams. So today we're going to go back to content that can just help you along your spiritual journey, but I'm going to change something today. And each week when I do this, I'm going to be able to give you an opportunity to journal with any of the things that we are talking about, because I think to have a way to apply it right away is something that has really helped me. And I want to really commit to always be authentic, but to like truly be raw and real with you guys and show you how I've been applying things. And even when I mess up, I need to really tell you guys. And I always welcome feedback down below. If you have any feedback or if you have any connections or want to comment, I encourage that, and I will be sure to respond. If you have not subscribed yet, please do so if you're liking the content. And if you like these videos, feel free to like and then hit the notifications bell to get updated whenever I upload content. And then of course to share with others who you think might benefit from any of these videos. All of that helps the YouTube algorithm. I'm still trying to learn it all, but I am so thankful for all of you who have become part of my community. So let's go ahead and get started. I do have my journal out, and this journal is very serious for me. I've been using it for multiple years, and just recording a lot of the things that I've been learning. But today I want to talk about really having that relationship with yourself. I know that I have discussed it in the past, but becoming your own like anchor and change agent for yourself. And I had some pretty deep realizations this week, and at the end of them I came up with 2 major journal entries that has really changed. They both really changed my week, so I want to share it with you. But I want to start talking about like the relationship that you have with yourself. And I've discussed this, but I really had to face this a lot this week because we wear a lot of masks and we don't really realize it, and we wear a lot of masks with ourselves. And it's the most important. We don't have to go public with everybody and talk about all of our issues, but we do need to face those with ourselves, because acceptance of ourselves is really the very first part of change. Awareness of which vibrations too, and I spoke of this in the last 2 weeks, which vibrations were giving the most momentum, and like deciding, well, how is life showing up for me? You know, how did life show up for me this week? How's life showing up for me today? And then what is my part in this? Like, what can I change? Because yeah, life is going to unfold, but I don't know if I had realized up until recently how much of a part I actually play in how life unfolds for me. Because our higher self is really trying to teach us how to surrender to this physical reality and how to learn the repeated lessons that we are continuing to cycle into, and how to acknowledge every piece of our life that we like or that we don't like with ownership. This all might sound like stuff that we've heard before, but guys, it's the hardest part of our human journey, is to surrender and to talk about and to be brutally honest with what we're actually in our life, and the part that we play with it. So every aspect of you, every aspect of you, your higher self is starting to come online if you're experiencing this. And so meaning come online like waking up. So I'll get little like lights of this, and it'll start to light on certain shadows in me. I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't working in my life anymore. I'm starting to notice that this is not who I'm supposed to be. And the only way that my higher self can guide me is if I stop, I shed light on these shadows, what's not working in my life. And I'm a fixer, I'm a people pleaser, but I don't need to fix what I'm acknowledging at this moment. I can simply acknowledge it. These brutal truths that we finally shed a light on, that we acknowledge within ourselves, they're gifts. I mean, they truly are gifts. And it's almost like we're inviting energetically our higher self to come along with us. And as we face these brutal truths, our higher self can be like, I got you. And and we can look to our source. I look to God, and when I acknowledge truly what's going on, I know that I just need to keep showing up, and I can feel, and I can know that I'm not in this forever, that I have energetically chosen to repeat patterns and to be in this because of beliefs or stories that I've taken in, and that's fine. I don't need to be upset at myself, but I need to accept myself and know that there's something bigger for me. And knowing that I'm needed in this process to break free, and that I do actually have control of the trajectory of my day and how I respond to unfolding events. And this is actually breaking free of letting the ego control and letting the trauma and the stories and the disbeliefs control your day. And it's the only way, guys, to not be controlled of triggers, pain, depressive states. It's like, let's just acknowledge it. Let's feel it. Let's work through it. And then here is the cool part. You can then start to visualize. Everything is a gift to allow you to view how you see yourself. So now that you've seen yourself the way that you are right now in the current state, break free and see yourself unravel naturally. And then act, feel, start to create your new reality. See, the thing is, the external world shows us how we view ourselves. So how do you want to view yourself then, from here on out, with this brutal truth that you have acknowledged? There's really nothing to fight against. It's funny because our physical reality is bringing you to you. The way you view yourself, your true energetic picture of yourself is what's going to be drawn to you, is how you're going to view unfolding events. And it's like that word energetic tornado that you continue to create. When I talked about the vibrational momentum that you are residing in, this is what I'm speaking of. The more that you acknowledge what's not working, and the more that you picture what will work next time, you're going to grow stronger. So there were two questions. Actually, I guess I could say three things. Two questions and then one kind of like probe that I gave myself. And I'm going to be posting literally the blank portion of my journal before I filled it out. And then I can even share with you what a gist of what I learned from this. But as you can see what I'm posting here below, my first journal entry, I just was real. How am I really doing? And I started just to write what I felt. It got a little bit emotional because I got real. After I wrote out, how am I really doing? the good, the bad, the ugly. Then I thought, and this is the second page I'm putting up, I started to think, what's one moment in time or a thought or a pattern or a behavior, one particular, that caused me to feel disempowered? Because I ultimately was the one who chose that. And I thought of one particular thing. And then I started to visualize myself in that same moment, or that same thought, or that same behavior, or that same pattern. And I thought, this was my last question. What will greatness look like the next time my most empowered self faces something like this again? I truly rehearsed in my mind what is going to happen the next time I see myself in this segment. I like to think of my life in segments, my days in segments. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, go in segments. My mornings, segments. Sessions with my students, segments. Workouts. Visualizing the future, my small things that I do to plan what I feel like the next step of my life is, segments. Where did I feel disempowered? Be real. I'm writing it down. And then think, how can I visualize myself? What does greatness look like in those moments to come? I mean, it's constant growing. All right, Sharon time. Here's the real truth with me. How am I really doing? Well, I get so overwhelmed. Like, put me in a pretty tragic situation, I can probably figure things out. But day-to-day events, I'm noticing this is not working for me. So here's my hard truth. I get overwhelmed at one point each day and spend many hours alone in the apartment. I avoid larger tasks that are overwhelming, which is why I find overwhelming moments in small parts throughout the day. I choose to disempower myself with a list of things in my mind that I don't feel like I'm strong enough to complete, are scared of starting, or just dread following through with. Each day, I can choose to empower or disempower myself with my thoughts. I don't need to accomplish everything in the back of my mind today, but I can picture myself completing one task off my empowerment list. I had an idea to make, instead of all the things I need to do that I've been putting off, I'm gonna make an empowerment list. And every time I do one thing that makes me feel empowered that I've been putting off, that's my empowerment list. And also rehearse the times that I felt overwhelmed throughout the day with a different outcome. What will greatness look like next time I am faced with the same situation? I can deal with this in small segments. Live life with an open heart, Anna. And then I wrote out a few things that I was going to make sure I focused on with an open heart, fully present, feeling empowered. So hopefully this helped you. Life isn't always easy, because life is an absolute gift. And life is so much bigger than just us. We are one person on this planet, and this planet is one planet in this galaxy, and there are so many galaxies, so many things in this entire universe that we do not understand. It's amazing. And what's great is that all we have to do is focus on ourselves and making sure that we are a little bit better than we were yesterday, growing, we have self-awareness, and that we are overcoming to become the best version of ourselves. You know, I thought about love, and even just falling in love and having love for your friends and your family, and really truly our job is to become love, to love life, to get rid of all the muck and the garbage that we have been placing over what true love and peace and joy is, because we were born with all of that. And so let's get back to it, right? And how to do that, let's face where we really are, accept who we really are, where we're at, feel through it, and then start to visualize how we're going to be empowered in those same situations in the future. All right, so if this was helpful and you were able to journal about any of this, just please leave some comments below. I would love to see what you guys are going through, if you feel comfortable sharing. And if you have any other topics that you would like me to add to this journal series. please do so. I appreciate you guys. We are all in this together. Everybody goes through things, and we still have a great deal of the week left. So I encourage you, grow, give, bless someone today with at least just your smile, and find some small moments in the day that just hold your heart and that bring some light to you. I will see you guys Thursday with Shuffling Part 5. All right, bye guys.